morning. I hope you all are fine and well mood. Okay, let's start our SST class explanation of lesson 2 of your history department. In my yesterday's class, I have finished till flake tools, and today I'm supposed to start with different ways of chipping stone. That is page number 12. So just open your books and follow up. That will be easy for you to understand in the later time. Okay, so tools, weapons, we have already heard about it in my previous class. And today we are going to talk about chipping stone. Now, stones were used in those days in basically for hammering. You know, hammer was not there. Haturi. Haturi to তখন ছিল না. So in place of hammer, they used to use stones because stones also had the same weight as the hammer has. And so it is used for either for breaking something or for smashing something. Two stones, if you keep something inside it and you rub it out, then the thing between the two stones will get smashed. So, in those days, people used to use these stones or big stones for different purposes to fulfill their work. Okay, so the first one is called hammering stone. In this technique, a heavy stone was used to strike flecks of another stone held in the other hand. The idea was to give the stone the required shape. The second technique is called pressure flaking. In this method, a small flat piece of stone was detached from a large one by applying pressure. Means when you are keeping two stones together and striking it out, then two things were being done. One, the fire is coming out, and the other is if you keep something in between them, then it will get smashed, as just now I told you. And the second part was pressure flaking. For suppose this is a big stone and a very small stone is getting attached with it. If you give pressure, then the small part will come out of the bigger one. That is called pressure flaking. Direct method or hammering. Direct method is when you are directly hammering with the big stone to on something, and that thing will get break, or the thing will broke into pieces. Apart from that, if the thing is very hard, then it's not an issue. Otherwise, it will get broken. Okay. Indirect method or pressure flaking. It is used for basically for shaping tools. Tools were there to make them sharp, to make them blunt, to make them a bit more smooth. This indirect pressure, that means they are rubbing the stones and they are smashing it. They are putting pressure in such a way. শিল নোড়া দেখেছো তো? প্রত্যেকের বাড়িতেই আছে। আগেকার দিনে থাকতো, এখন আছে কিনা জানি না। শিল নোড়া is nothing about two stones. নোড়াটা ছোট, শিলটা বড়। যখন মিক্সি ছিল না in our previous time, এইখান থেকেই কিন্তু কনসেপশনটা এসছে। ঠিক আছে, শিলের ওপরে কোনো বাটনা জিনিস দিয়ে নোড়া দিয়ে যে পিষছি, ওটা কি করছি? উই আর ইউজিং টু স্টোনস। ঠিক আছে, দুটো স্টোন ইউজ করছি, যেটার মাধ্যম দিয়ে আমাদের দুটো কাজ হচ্ছে। ওয়ান, এক্সারসাইজ, দিস ইজ অ্যান এক্সারসাইজ। টু, দ্য স্পাইসেস উইচ আর গেটিং স্ম্যাশড, যেটা এখন মিক্সিতে করা হয়, ওটা দিয়ে ঘষলে কি হতো, ওটা অনেক বেশি স্মুথ মিহি হতো। ঠিক আছে, অ্যান্ড ইট ওয়াজ অ্যান এক্সারসাইজ অলসো। So from here only the conception of Shil Nora has come. Next comes art and architecture. Listen, students, in those days, though people were not so much qualified, or qualification is apart from that, they were totally illiterate. They could not even write, or they could not even speak up properly. Then also they had a sense of culture inside their mind and body. Okay, and like At the end of the Stone Age, when the Stone Age was about to end, beautiful, beautiful, vivid paintings could be found on the walls of the cave. Okay, like Altamira, that is in Spain, Laxus in France. So this is the Laxus in France. This is page number 13. You see, this is the Laxus in France. This painting has been got, and Altamira is not being given over here. Altamira is not given. Okay, I'll collect the picture of it and I'll send it in your class official group so that you can have a conception regarding what is how Altamira painting looks. Okay, next another painting was found Bhimbetka. You can see this one. This is Bhimbetka painting. Can you see it? Okay, so how much? Uh, I mean, how much informations could be gathered? So archaeologists have gathered that, and they have given it in our books, in different types of books or chronicles, so that people can understand what was actually the style of living of the people during that time. Next, a very important discovery which turned the life of the people of that time was the discovery of fire. Just now, as I told you, when they used to rub two stones, then the fire used to come out. Okay, the fire used to come out, and of that fire, they used to make burn dry leaves, dry woods, dry leaves. They used to burn it out, and in that flame, they started to eat flesh that could be, um, that could be roasted. You can say nowadays we are having it deliciously, like amateurishly, chicken roast, mutton roast. We are having that. So roasting conception came from that time when people started to understand. People could calculate that eating raw meat is not too much healthy because it's raw something, bloods are there and the flesh is raw. But if they make it burn in fire, then whatever the dangerous things or some infectious things are there, that will get destroyed, and they could have it very nicely. So there were some plus points which they found out or calculate when they discovered fire. That was, fire could protect them from wild animals, fire could make them warm, fire give them light and heat, and fire could enlighten the dark caves. Through fire, through light, they could save themselves from poisonous uh, poisonous, you can say, leeches or snakes. Okay, these were the poisonous animals and insects which were there, who could the, who could cut them or bite them, and they will get poisoned. Okay, so fire, after discovering fire, they also discovered that what was the necessity of fire in their life. It happens when you get something new, you automatically get out the make you out with the plus points of those particular things. Next achievement, which was another turning point, a big turning point in their life, was wheel. Discovery of wheel. I have already told you they used to carry logs of woods from one place to another. Now when they discovered wheel, they make it a cart like thing, and they used to put the logs of wood on that and push the cart, and they don't have to carry it on their back. It was quite easy for them to carry it further from one place to another. Okay, now in page number 14 you will get Paleolithic site, Mesolithic site, Neolithic site, and Chalcolithic site. That is, in which areas Paleolithic sites were found, Mesolithic Middle Age sites were found, Neolithic New Age sites were found, and Chalcolithic sites were found The areas are mentioned over here along with the name of the states. Paleolithic sites in Deccan, that is, it was available of near Bhimbetka, Madhya Pradesh, Mirzapur, Uttar Pradesh, Bori, Maharashtra, Hunsi, Karnataka, Baichbal Valley, Karnataka, Kurnool Caves, Andhra Pradesh. So 6 states where the places where archaeologists could find Paleolithic sites, that is, old Stone Age sites. Understood? Now, because of this Paleolithic sites, people started to actually people were very much acclimatized, or mm, you can say perfect in the case of cropping or farming in those days only. And they always used to search those places which were nearby the water area, banks. So, why it was very convenient for them to do the crops or to do the farming in the banking areas? Because the availability of perennial water resource, the availability of raw materials like limestone for making tools, availability of wide variety of plants and animals inside the water, and protected nature from the valley. Did you understand? So these were the 4 points which make the people insist the people to do the farming or uh, cultivation in the bank of the rivers. Now comes the Mesolithic age. Just after this period started from 12,000 and till 10,000 years ago. It started from 12,000 and it continued 10,000 years ago from now. So understand the point. 12,000 বছর আগে এটা স্টার্ট হয়েছে আর শেষ হয়েছে আজ থেকে 10,000 বছর আগে। তার মানে 12,000 বছর আগে যেটা স্টার্ট হয়েছে, দ্যাট কেম টু এন্ড জাস্ট 10,000 years before. Now, did you understand? Acha. This was a transition, that is transformation of period between Paleolithic and Neolithic. Paleolithic, Neolithic, middle, that is the Mesolithic. So it was a turmoil, it was a change, transfer of people who used to live in Paleolithic, they transferred to Mesolithic, Middle Age. Understand? So now the tools which were used in the Mesolithic period were called microliths. What is it called? Microliths. Why microliths? Because it is connected with Mesolithic. Microlith, Mesolithic. You can bring a connection between them. Now, what people used to do at that time? They used to domesticate animals. That is, they used to tame animals and make them their pet. So keeping pet is not nowadays culture. It has come from those times. ঠিক আছে? And keeping the animals as their pet or keeping them timidly, that also helped them a lot. They could sit on the back of the animal and go from one place to another. They could put the load on the back of the animals and carry it from one place to another. Okay, animals also started to make a good bonding among them and human beings. Okay, now as you can see by the continuation of the chapter that the things are rolling out means they are getting modernized slowly, and now people started to think that we are living open like either under the shade of the tree or under the big rock. So if we make a place which will be like a house by joining the big stones together, it would have been much more convenient for us. And so the idea struck their mind to make the first shelterless area for them That was caves, guha. ठीक है? And inside that, they started to make fire, burn out fire, so that animals will not come to them and they will get light, as well as it will keep them much more heated to protect them from the outside cold weather. In that time, they started to draw paintings, like how they used to communicate, like they are going out for hunting. They have a conception, today we are going to hunt a bison. So they will draw the picture of a bison and show it to their mates. They will get understand that, okay, you want to kill a bison, let's go. So this way they used to communicate with each other by drawing pictures, by drawing signals. Okay, and in Mesolithic sites, some burials or the remains of human burials, that means human beings were found with foods like the type of food, maybe something raw. It is quite uh, immature thinking that the food will be there. No, it got mixed up with the soil, and when they are testing the soil, that particular part of the soil, then in their machine they will get to know which food stuffs are mingled up with it. Okay, they got food as well as they got ornaments. That is, I'm showing you. They have not given the picture of ornaments. Okay, I'll give you. I'll send you the pictures. So those remains of the ornaments were also found. Next and the last age, which is the Neolithic age, is the period from 8000 BC till 4000 BCE. 8000 BCE till 4000 BCE. Now you can ask me why, miss, it's written back. Children, if you remember, I told you in class, before Christ, the age were counted backward. That is from front to back. In AD, it is counted like chronological order. Okay. So some Neolithic sites where it was found is Chirand, Bihar, Dhaujali, Hading, Assam, and Burzahom, Jammu and Kashmir. So these are the places where the remains were found of the Neolithic people. Their tools were much more formulated. It can be easily understood. The tools which were used in the Paleolithic and Mesolithic age, now definitely it will get changed. It will be much more modern. And now this is the time when people started to do the herding, farming and herding. Understood? Last five lines age is Chalcolithic age. Why it is called Chalcolithic? Because in this time human beings discovered the metal called copper. Chalcolithic has come from the word chalcos, which means copper, and to mention that in this age copper was discovered, this age is called the Chalcolithic age. So here ends your lesson, children. This is your lesson 2 of history, which is included in your first unit test. Yesterday, I have already sent one video, and I believe you all must have understood, because till date I didn't get any queries. So I believe you all have understood, and today I am forwarding you. When you will get to see the video, you will get to know the remaining part of this chapter. Back to back, I'll send you the question answers of this chapter also, along with the along with the backside exercise of your book. Okay. So as I am telling every day after my video, that please go through the chapter very nicely, underline the hard words, take a snap and send it in my WhatsApp if you have any queries. And if you do not have any queries, then thank you for going through the chapter nicely, for understanding it so sweetly, and for following my videos. Thank you once again. Have a nice day. I'll be back with you very soon with lesson 2 of your geography. Okay, children? Bye bye. Take care of yourself. Have a nice day.